Hey, Dr. Karen here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And I have some pretty interesting news for you. Yes. So I noticed that when I was traveling in the car, going to different locations, that I would get into the car at like a pit stop, something like that, and I would feel really stiff. And I was like, what's going on? And yes, I suppose that just sitting in the car for hours could do that, but it was beyond that. It was almost like my energy body was working really hard. And, I thought maybe it was my husband's cell phone being on. Now, he does have a protective device, but he has an iPhone 7 Plus, and it's this humongous thing, right? And I thought, well, gee, I have protections in the car and things like that. So, I turn off his phone and, but I thought, what else could it be? So I thought I would connect with Source and ask the question. And that's what's really cool about Topican healing, is that you can go and ask a question and get an answer. So I was asking Source, like, what's going on? Like, why do my knees, back, whatever, feel so stiff when I'm in the car? Is it really a physical issue? And the answer was no. So I asked what it was, and long story short, what I got was that my energy body has a relationship with everything else out there, including geography, meaning that if I have a balanced relationship energetically, my energy body with the energy body of another location, then I would probably feel better. So I checked in, and sure enough, wherever I was traveling to, as I was going from one locale to another, there were some locales or geographies that my energetic body was having difficulty with, like the relationship was not as happy or balanced. So hey, since I knew that, then I can create a healthy energetic relationship, positive morphic field for us as we travel to different locations. So if you do some divine muscle testing, just check right where you are right now. How happy and balanced is my energetic relationship with this location? It could be a town, it could be this property, it could be your house, like even when I was at the Omega Institute, and we had done some clearing because they had some problems with their lake there, and some red algae was growing, and many people had sent healing to the water. And actually, when I tuned into what was going on, Source told me it was actually about 6 to 7 miles underneath the water. So we healed all that. So despite healing all of that, I still had some physical stuff going on, nothing terrible, but some stiffness in the knees and things like that. And my energetic relationship was not 100% with that location. So that was just interesting learning about this. So check how happy and balanced is your energetic relationship with the location you're at. And there is a new positive morphic field that I created, what I call a AAA, an automatic alignment activator. So that continues auto healing for you. When you download and activate this, if you're allowed to have it, then it'll automatically rebalance or help your energetic relationships with whatever location you're at. So all you need to do is just say, I now command that this automatic alignment activator, which balances my energetic body with the energies of any location, be downloaded and activated, and me in the highest and best way. Thank you. Or you could just replay this and go, yeah, that. Download that. That's what I want. The other interesting thing I want to share with you is that we've gone through a couple of different ascension cycles. There's 4 phases to the ascension cycle. There's the rising, expansion, resistance, and integration phases. So, and they're varying lengths of time. And we went through a big, huge rising phase recently. We're done with it for now. But during this rising phase, what happens is that our abilities, our spiritual abilities expand, which means our clairs expand and become stronger. That means our clairsentience, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, all the different clairs that we have. And this is one interesting thing I discovered, that your dominant clair, for most people, is clairsentience, their ability to feel in their body. Some people's clairvoyance, some people's clairaudience. When that expands, it doesn't, none of the clairs automatically, instantaneously for now, balance as soon as you expand. It's like you expand and then you have to rebalance all the different clairs. And what happens when they're not balanced is that sometimes you can have some pretty weird symptoms, including feeling entities from other timelines, or feeling mass consciousness, negative emotions, because you are so attuned now energetically. And these are your superpowers, these are your gifts. So if you don't know how to harness these gifts, life can be pretty chaotic and difficult if you're a sensitive soul, because you already have gifts. So we're expanding these gifts even more. So it's one thing to feel what's in your, general vicinity through your body, through clairsentience. It's a whole other animal to be able to feel mass consciousness in another planet, in another timeline, right? Like, it can be pretty overwhelming. So I think it's really important to learn to discern what's yours and what's not yours. And this is something we teach, in the Toboken Level 1 training. So the clairsentience, what I discovered was that if you're dominant clair, okay, clairsentience for most people, if that is not balanced first, all your other clairs don't balance until your dominant clair balances. Okay, so say your clairsentience is at a 30% balance, okay, and your clairvoyance or clairaudience are in whatever, 70s, 20s, whatever, they will not rebalance until the clairsentience is balanced. So I thought that was interesting. So what I did was I created another positive morphic field, another AAA, to auto rebalance all your clairs, regardless of whether the main or dominant clair is balanced. So that means you can rebalance your clairaudience to 100% or near 100%, even if your clairsentience hasn't gotten there yet. So that was just a new awareness and a new positive morphic field that I can make for everyone. So these positive morphic fields that I'm making have been already infused into the Ascension 2 all-in-one product that I have, which helps to automatically download and activate positive morphic fields to you when you listen to it, when you direct it. So when you direct it specifically to say, hey, I want that positive morphic field that Dr. Karen just made, that actually makes it happen even faster. So just so you know, if you have not listened to Ascension 2 for a while and you have it, go ahead and play it again. And so the new upgrades will take place for you, and just say, hey, all new positive morphic fields created in the last 2 weeks, please download and activate it in me. That's probably good enough. You don't need to know more of that. So those are two very important things I wanted to share with you this week. And so some people that have had this huge expansion in abilities and clairsentience have had some difficulties with entities, meaning that spirits, demons, ghosts, that they can feel more and more and more of them. And unfortunately, because they may not have the discernment just yet, they might think it's in their house, and they might think it's, attached to a loved one, but oftentimes it's not. It's often in another timeline. And the thing is, if you know how to direct healing to entities, like if you have my Ascension 1, which is great for entity healing, you can, if you know where you're directing it, then it can happen so much faster. So sometimes you have to know where they are to direct it. So we're going to be learning and training some of these things in the upcoming launch of the Light Warrior Bootcamp 2.0. So this is the more evolved version of the Advanced ET and Entity Clearing Program that I launched in 2016. And with brand new information, brand new trainings. And we're actually going to be doing this live. So there's going to be a live group training and healing, which is super valuable because people get to ask questions live on the call. We get to work on whatever you want to work on. So whether that's black magic or hexes or curses or contracts or whatever stuff that you want to learn how to clear, I'll show you how to do that using with the tools and also with Toboken Healing. So that is launching on October 21st, Monday, October 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern on U Wealth Revolution. So if you're not on their mailing list, you might want to get on their mailing list, because they will be sharing with you the call-in numbers and everything like that for my call on the 21st, and we'll put the link below the video. It's actually karencan.com/Y YWR, which stands for You Wealth Revolution, YWR and the number 18. So that will be, all one word, YWR 18. And that will bring you to their page where you can opt in and get on their mailing list so you can have access to that call, as well as other amazing calls that happen in this series. So October 21st, I'm looking forward to launching the Light Warrior Bootcamp 2.0. Now, some of you might say, hey, I know you, Dr. Karen, and I already have the Advanced Entity ET Clearing Program from 2016 or 2017. What do I do now? Do I have to buy the whole, the Light Warrior Bootcamp 2.0 from scratch and pay the whole price? The answer is no. The actual price of Light Warrior Bootcamp 2.0 is actually $497, and that is going to be sold on my new website. But for You Wealth Revolution, we are going to do a super huge discount for people on this launch. So it's going to be $147 and for the package A, which includes the live group sessions as well as 4 bonus videos all about more details about entities, what kind of entities they are, the signs and symptoms of entities, how you prevent attracting entities, and how to do entity clearing effectively versus non-effectively. So there are like these 4 master classes, which are like mini classes to share with you some of the information. So that's a bonus. So if you are already part of the Advanced Entity and ET Clearing programs from the past, I just sent you an email this week to upgrade. So you should look in your email, spam, junk box, whatever, for the word upgrade, okay, in the subject line, because there's a special price for you. So if that's you, then the special price for you is going to be $99 to upgrade. So you do not have to pay the full price of the $147. Well, the full price is $497, but you do not have to pay the telesummit price of $147, because I know you already have most of that product. You're just looking, just the additional things that we're going to be sharing with you, the evolved versions. I definitely want you to be on those calls. So check that in your email box for the upgrade. For everyone else that does not have this program, I definitely encourage you to get this program on October 21st with You Wealth Revolution, because first of all, it's a great price. It's a lot lower than what I'm going to be selling it for on my website. And also it's going to be live, and there's really something special about being on there live. Of course, if you can't make it live, but you buy the program, you're going to get the replays, of course, in your student portal. But if you can make it live, it is awesome, because I only do these live Light Warrior boot camps probably once every 3 years or so online. So it's a great opportunity. And the Ascension 1 and 2 tools are still our mainstay everyday tools that we use day in and day out to do clearings, to do healings. And it's really about your ability to know how to use the tools, how to direct them, that really makes them even more powerful for your life. So a couple of announcements, well, actually one announcement, in addition to, marking your date for October 21st at 4 p.m. for that free interview with Darius on You Wealth Revolution. On Monday, October 7th, I'm doing a radio show on Light Warrior Radio with Dr. Dennis Lobstein, my partner here at Ask the LifeWave Doctors radio show, where we're going to be talking about how to use phototherapy patches in specific acupuncture points, and often with sacred geometry, in order to help support the change of season. Now, when I flew to San Diego and back, I already experienced a change of season, ended up with cough, cold symptoms. I still have a little post-nasal drip. And I was like, gee, I should have done this radio show the week before. But anyway, never too late. So we're going to share with you some protocols on how to support your body through the change of season. This will still be relevant between fall and winter as well, right? And winter and spring, etc., etc. So tune in Monday at noon Eastern for that radio show. We're also going to be talking about mood swings. So people that have had sometimes diagnoses of like severe mood swings that go from up to down to up to down. So I think this is a pretty important topic. So we're going to pick Dr. Dennis's brain on what acupuncture points and protocols we can use to support the body in stabilizing the mood. Yeah, so join us Monday at 12 noon for that radio show. And I look forward to speaking with you next week. Lots of love. Bye for now.